Hi everybody, welcome to Wiseman's Weekend Wellness Tips. This weekend I wanted to talk to you about something that's come up a lot this week because hey, it's summertime, we're all wanting to get out there, especially this year after we haven't been able to get out there. But yeah, we're getting out there, especially in Colorado, we're hiking, we're biking, we're trying to get active, we're trying to do stuff. Some people are moving. Whatever it is, as we're doing this, we're kind of noticing that our bodies aren't always up to it, and so a lot of people are hurting themselves doing some new things that they're not quite used to, or just that they haven't done in over a year really with that. So this weekend I wanted to talk to you about, how do we not go from 0 to 60, be these weekend warriors and just have our bodies fall apart on us when they're not prepared for it. So 3 main tips for this. Number 1 is moderation. Really just recognize where your body is at, recognize what's going on with your body, and just keep everything in moderation so you're not pushing it too much. That's really the first tip. Because I don't care who you are, you just gotta know where your body's at, and because there's always things we can do. If we're pushing it too much, we're gonna injure ourselves. And if for some reason you have injured yourself, there is still a lot we can do for that. So, make sure you see your acupuncturist, make sure you come in because we can help with that. But, to prevent all that as much as you can, keep everything moderate. Number 2 is prepare your body, to get your body to a place where you're not going from 0 to 60, maybe you're going from 40 to 60, 30 to 60. It makes it a lot easier on our body. And we don't have to do huge things to prepare our body all the time. I mean, if you're gonna run a marathon, if you're gonna, climb a huge mountain, yeah, you might have to do more. But for most of us, we're just trying to go out and do a hike, we're just trying to go for a nice little bike ride, these kind of things. And so in that case, we don't have to always do much. The problems come when we're sitting down at work all day. We're sitting in our car when we're not at work. We're sitting, at home when we're not in there. We're just standing around in our kitchen, whatever. Bottom line is we're not being as active and doing all the stretching and exercising as much as we can. So by the time then we get out on the weekend to do stuff, our bodies just aren't ready for it. So the more you can do to prepare your body in very simple ways, the better we're going to be able to handle things when we do want to go do those bigger activities. And some of these simple things we can do to keep active, most of us know. It's simple things like, park a little farther away when you're going to the grocery store, so you have to walk a little farther in a parking lot. Walking is a hugely beneficial exercise. It really is. People underestimate walking a lot. But, even going for a walk around the block, if you're at your office building, if you're, at home working, whatever, go for a walk around the block, 2 blocks, whatever your body, is able to do, whatever you have time for, it makes a difference. It really does. I think we tell ourselves, oh, if I just go walk around the block, that's not that much. It is. It really does help. So just do it. It makes a difference. Keeping up with stretching, that's another thing that makes a big difference. And again, it doesn't have to be a lot of stretching. You don't have to go through a full hour of yoga in order to get some benefits. If you want to do that, that's even better. But really just maintaining at least 10-15 minutes every day, every other day, makes a huge difference. And again, it doesn't have to be a complicated stretching routine. Bend over, touch your toes, bend side to side, spread your legs apart, stretch those groin muscles, do the butterfly stretch. Whatever it is, if you're doing this on a consistent basis for, give or take 10 minutes a day, it will add up and it will make a difference. So by the time we get out on the weekend and do this kind of stuff, then our bodies are better prepared for that. Even just at home, if you have, stairs that you can walk up and down a few times, that helps. If you're in an office building, take the stairs up and down, don't take the elevator. All of these activities on a day in and day out basis make a huge difference in the long run. And then number 3, the tip that I think helps a lot of us is once we do get out there and do stuff, make sure you're doing things before and after that activity that's gonna, mitigate any of that soreness, that's gonna lessen any of the impact on our muscles and joints. Because unfortunately, hey, none of us really want to talk about this, but as we get older, we start to notice some of these aches and pains a little more. Our bodies aren't always able to handle some of this as easily. So we can do things, surrounding these activities, our hiking, our biking, or whatever it is, our swimming, our paddleboarding, whatever it is, we can do things to lessen any of the soreness and pain that we may have with this. My favorite things are, taking some basic anti-inflammatory herbs. These make a big difference. A lot of us know about turmeric, about ginger, about cinnamon. There's a lot of simple herbs. Now, I'm not going to go into great detail about individual herbs because, again, depending on who we are, what our constitution is, some of these may fit better than others. So if you want some more information about that specifically for you, come on and see us and we can certainly help you with that. But, doing some of these anti-inflammatory things, if you got joint inflammation, if you have arthritis, you're prone to muscle soreness, makes a big difference. Keeping up with your electrolytes, especially in the hot summer, makes a huge difference. Magnesium, potassium, all of these kind of things prevents your muscles from cramping, just gives your body what it needs. Stretching before and after these activities makes a big difference. Make sure your muscles aren't going to be cramping up and as tightening. Taking an Epsom salt bath makes a big difference if things are feeling sore in your body. So if we're able to do these things surrounding the activity, then again, even if we do get sore, it's going to lessen the time that we're sore, it's going to lessen the impact on our body. Because if we're doing a new activity, some soreness might be inevitable. The only way our body builds strength, builds muscle, builds flexibility is each time we do this, we slightly tear down those tissues. And then once they tear down a little bit, then your body rebuilds them bigger and stronger. And that's actually how we adapt and get better at these things. But there is some soreness involved in that process, so we need to do things, to help out our body, help out, our blood flow, get new nutrients to those muscles and tissues, reducing the inflammation associated with that. And then we're going to be feeling better a lot quicker. So I hope this helps you during the summer, but if you are getting out there and you notice, hey, some things are creeping up on you, don't wait. So often I'm seeing people months, years after the problem started, and honestly it takes more time in that instance to get on top of these things. If you get on top of it right away, say you go out this weekend, you kind of hurt yourself a little bit, get in this week. And then it's not going to be such a big problem. So get in sooner than later, and that's going to be a big help to you. Hope you guys have a good summer. Thanks.